right, here it is, SINoALICE. You just finished re-rolling? Now what? These are things I wish I knew after I re-rolled. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave your comment below about what you think about SINoALICE, any questions you might have that aren't answered by this video. All right, let's get started. Okay, so if you look at the UI, it's a pretty standard Square Enix UI. Home, story, gear, upgrade, sell, grimoire, menu. But if you look at the menu button, it's a gear. So you think that it would only be settings or maybe notifications in this gear bar? No, that's not the case. It is literally every single other menu that is not on the UI bar that's in this menu bar. So don't miss out on that. So let's take a look at the shop. So in the shop, there is purchase Twilight Crystals. I wouldn't recommend purchasing any of these packs. They don't seem to be good at the current state of the game. Eventually, I'm sure there'll be better packs, worthwhile. But hey, if you want to support the game, I'm not going to stop you. Go ahead and buy whatever packs you want to buy. What I do recommend, even for free-to-play players, which I know this is tough, is this Royal User Service pack. The Royal User Service is probably the best or most OP way you're gonna spend $2 in any game. So you get the Royal Medal, you get 3 types of blessings, you get your purification cooldown from 8 to 4 hours. Wow. You increase your daily friend medals from 3 to 5. And you get royal skip tickets, which you can save, and they're different from normal skip tickets because normal skip tickets expire. So you can save up your royal skip tickets for when you really need them and not have to worry about them expiring. So that's good, and I recommend Royal User Service. In story, you're going to want to get to Act 2, sorry. You're going to want to get to Act 2 as soon as possible. Act 2 will give you way more experience than Act 1, which will help you rank up faster, which will help you equip more gear into your grid. And this is your grid. You see how in this new account, I don't have much spaces filled, just the beginning portions, and then I quickly run out of cost, right? So you need cost to equip more gear. You see I still have 4 empty slots, so if I had the cost, I'd be able to equip more into there, but I can't because I'm close to my cost. And then you see that not all these grids are open because my rank is too low. So as you get more rank, you get more cost, and you can equip more weapons, which will increase your power points. Same with armor. There's armor on here, and there's nightmares on here. They all attribute to your power points, so you're going to want to level them up, and you're going to want to upgrade them and limit break them if you can. There is also a sub-grid for gear, and your subgrid can be any gear, and it also attributes to your power points. There is one for armor and for nightmares as well. For armor, you don't get that right off the bat. You'll have to upgrade that throughout the course of the game. Upgrading gear, you don't have to do it like this, but what I recommend is to even out your gear that you have equipped, even out the experience that you put into them. So don't just focus on one gear. Put a little bit of experience into all the gear that you're using. Get them all up to around the same level if you can, before focusing on increasing one a lot more than the other. Because at first you're not going to have the weapon experience items to level up your gear unless you already knew that you needed to be doing the weapons experience events, dungeons, to get those items for both weapons and armor. And the same goes for nightmares. There's stuff to upgrade your nightmares levels. but they don't affect your power in the same magnitude as weapons and armor. For Grimoires, I personally don't recommend wasting your free currency if you're free to play for Grimoires yet, because it's just essentially the same starter banner that was in the tutorial. What I do recommend, back in shop again, I do recommend you go to items and purchase either one or both of these packs. You could purchase them 5 times, and then you can limit break each of the weapons that are listed in here, and that will provide you with a good initial surge in power points to begin with. So that's a good use of currency. There's also in menus metal exchange. So when you get your medals, you can go in here and then you can exchange for goodies. Right now there's a Clock Rabbit event. I recommend doing that Clock Rabbit event because this is a free nightmare that you can limit break. If you do the Clock Rabbit event enough times, you should easily be able to get enough of these medals here to exchange for them. As for your classes, you can use mastery points to upgrade your classes. What I also recommend is that you use mastery points on all the classes that you have up to class level 4. See, because class level 3 and 4 have common attribute additions that will apply universally or globally, if you will, to all your classes. So I would increase all classes you own up to level 4 and then go back and focus on whatever class is your bae and level up that class. The way you get mastery points is by using your weapon in events and in story and in co-op battle and wherever you use your weapon, wherever you use SP points. Because when you use your SP point, your weapons, they cost SP points, and then the SP points used are converted into mastery points. So what I recommend is not to be on auto when you're doing content. You're going to want to be manual, because what auto likes to do is absolutely nothing. It likes to just have your character sit there and not do anything. So you won't be efficient in collecting mastery points that way. So manual as much and as often as you can to increase your efficiency at gaining mastery points through use of SP. So limit breaking gear. Limit breaking gear is easy. Once you have something that you want to limit break, you take its duplicate and you put it into the slot in limit break, and you can raise that weapon's maximum level. That is limit breaking. Another thing I didn't know is when you go to upgrade a weapon's level, yes, you need these weapon XP items, but if you use, like say you have a ton of excess weapons, when you use weapons to level up, they increase this weapon skill level, not just the XP. So keep that in mind if you want to increase your weapon skill level. Another thing I didn't know was co-op battle settings. You can change your co-op battle settings from anyone to only friends, which is recommended because you pick your friends. So you'll probably pick strong friends instead of having anyone show up and then you fail your co-op battle because of some person that's trash. Yeah, just select only friends. Do your rookie's path. Rookie's path is basically teaching you how to play the game. So do your rookie's path and you get some goodies from doing that. The Purification System. Now the Purification System, it is endless purification until rank 20. What this does is it recovers your AP and it gives you account XP. what I recommend, and you can do this or not, it doesn't really matter, it's up to you. You can save your endless purifications until when you need AP. So if you're going through the story and you're seeing, oh man, I'm running out of AP, just hit endless purification and then you get your AP back up and then you can continue the story. I think it'll be a more efficient management of AP initially, or you can just go ahead and use all your purification, your free purifications, and get your power up as soon as possible, which is also another strategy. Just getting that out of the way so you get your rank up as fast as possible so you can get more equipment into your gear so you increase your power so you can contribute into Coliseum. That's right. You're going to want to join a guild as soon as possible so you can get into Coliseum and reap the benefits of that. You're going to want to be active and you're going to want to communicate with your guildmates so you know what role you should fill or what role you can fill depending on what your account has to offer. You're going to have different luck in getting different types of gear, so you might be forced to just be one thing or the other, which you should have alleviated by your reroll. And that's one of the other things that I realized after rerolling is that essentially just play the game, just get into the game to start playing. Don't worry about rerolling, because if you're gonna like SINoALICE, it's not gonna matter what you start out with. If you're not gonna like SINoALICE, it doesn't matter what you start out with on that aspect either. So just get into the game, just start playing the game, and if you like SINoALICE, it's not gonna matter. It's not going to hinder you liking the game, whatever you start out with, because people are already playing. They're getting ahead of you. So wasting your time in the re-rolling process is essentially wasting your time. Last and not least, let's talk about events. So, Shattered Memories. You're going to want to do your Shattered Memories so you can get that free nightmare, that S nightmare, free. Exchange the medals. Do the event, exchange the medals. Do the event, exchange the medals. You're going to want to do your evolution mysteries. Your evolution materials come from evolution mysteries. That's a great way to increase your power points by evolving your gear. You're going to want to evolve S gear into SR gear, SR gear into legendary gear. You can evolve A gear into S gear. And there you have it. That is things I wish I knew when I got into the game after re-rolling. If you have any questions, leave comments below. If you liked the video, leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. And until next time, it's been your host, Gigi God, signing off. Goodbye.